Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and as promised yesterday I am going to show you now something cool. This is, well, it's a temporary figure. It's not perfect, so I won't be leaving him like this, because these coveralls by Taniela's Customs and the knife by Taniela's Customs, they're actually for a 78 version of Michael Myers in quarter scale. But I really wanted to see what it looked like with the NECA quarter scale head on these coveralls, and I even managed to get the NECA hands to go on the Cool Models 1/4 scale body. So the only thing that's not really accurate, well, obviously the coveralls, they're 1978 coveralls, so the collar's not accurate and the flap is on the wrong side, but they're not meant to be 2018 coveralls. So it's just literally so I can see how this looks and show you guys, and we can just have a bit of fun posing it, because the Cool Models body is fully posable and you can do anything you want with it. So proportion wise, things are okay. I did actually pad out his midsection a bit more because it's, you know, 2018 Myers we're trying to do here. So I did actually just put cotton pads all around his stomach and waist and at the back, the whole, just all the way around, just to fill out that midsection a little bit, and it looks pretty good. The color of the coveralls is pretty accurate to how they appear in the 2018 film, although they are more of a kind of well, they're purple there. This Samsung phone, man, forget about it. It just changes colors like crazy, but they're like a charcoal gray with a hint of blue, but you know, the camera does what it does. But it looks awesome. You know, it's not perfect proportion wise. He looks a bit long, a bit kind of still a bit thin, even though I've padded him out, but I'm not going to go the full whack and start padding out the arms and the legs as well, because this is just to show you how something like this might look. But it does look, you can see the potential. It looks pretty damn cool. And obviously I've done the video now that I repainted the whole mask by NECA. I left the stock hair on for now because I do quite like it, and we'll see in the future. I'm probably going to get a second NECA figure and then go to town on that one, repaint it again and rehair it. At the moment the NECA body is just over there, headless and handless, because obviously I took those hands and I've used them over here on this temporary figure, but it does look very cool. There's a little pumpkin there. There's his boots I had to make, because you can't get 1/4 scale boots, man. It's just, they're just not out there. Maybe one day. But he does look very impressive. So let me change up the pose, or let me just turn him to the side and we can get a look at the side profile, see how that looks. Alright, there's his side profile. Doesn't look too bad. Again, the padding that I added to his midsection has helped the look a little bit. So, I mean, I'd have no problem leaving him like this, but then I wouldn't have the quarter scale 78, and that does look a lot more, you know, pleasing to the eye, because everything's just right. But it does look cool set up like this, switching the heads around and just switching parts to see if you can make a convincing quarter scale James Jude Courtney from 2018. I do like it. Side profile looks okay. And now I've just switched out the knife for the NECA hammer, which I should have repainted this hammer by now. I haven't done that yet. I just kind of forgot, to be honest. It's alright, it's not too bad. You could leave it like that, but I think I might paint the handle at least, get it looking a bit more, just a bit more real, a bit more worn. But I can always do the blood again. We'll see. So yeah, he looks good holding that. Gave him a slight head tilt. Now obviously he doesn't have the blue t-shirt, it's a black t-shirt from 1978, so I don't have any quarter scale blue t-shirts, so I wasn't able to do that just yet, but you still get the general idea. It still looks pretty decent. Of course, go ahead and leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Always good to hear from you. If you like the video, literally do that, like the video, because it helps out the channel and helps out the video, helps more people discover the video, discover the channel. So you go ahead and you help a brother out, devastate the like button with your finger. You go well, I don't know, if you do it twice you might cancel out the like unliking it, so just do it the once, and we're all good. We're square, we're juicy. Might do a live stream tonight, feeling kind of saucy. Might do one. Let's see, keep it locked, usually around 9 PM UK time. Yeah, just raising up the hammer, about to bring it down, but you can see the wrist joint really obvious, and it doesn't match the color of the NECA hands, but then again it wouldn't, because this is a Cool Models body but with NECA hands just pushed on there. I had to heat up the hands with a hairdryer and then just put them on there. It's easy enough to do, but it's actually really difficult to change the hands on the Cool Models body. The actual hands you're supposed to use, which are these ones here, I did weather those up They're looking pretty cool. But they are a nightmare to change out on the body. You have to really heat them up, and even then it's a bit of a struggle. So I remember now why I hadn't been changing the hands around too much on this guy when he was set up as his 78 self. Maybe if I get the angle just right, you won't really see the wrist peg. Hang on a minute, there is your angle, there you go. Now you can't see it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But like I said, he's a bit long looking. I think it's the proportions of the head and the body in general. It's just the body is what it is, and this head sculpt is obviously, you know, the NECA body beside this is a lot thicker and a lot more chunky. So that's why it just, to me, it doesn't look 100% right, but it is just for fun, just to show you how this would look. So, I mean, it's fixable. I'll get another Cool Models body, get some more quarter scale coveralls made, the 2018 coveralls, and then I will pad the hell out of the body and just chunk him up a fair bit, get him looking right, and then the proportions will be fine. It means I'm gonna have to make the boots again, but that's alright. I mean, I've done it a few times now, so it can only get better in theory. So we'll see about that. Yep, love the way the mask looks. Had fun painting that. I knew that was going to be a fun thing to do. You know, there was no stress with the repaint on the head. It was just, you know, just take your time, and I had lots of practice on different scale head sculpts, and I've got a great point of reference here with the life size over there, so just basically just copied that. Let's change up the pose again. That hand is fragged. Now, if you remember during the review on the NECA figure, just the complete stock figure, no mods, nothing like that, just as you're going to get it, I remember this was one of the poses I was trying to do with the NECA body, and because I wanted him to hold that, you know, blown off fingered hand up to his face, just like looking at it, and I wanted to get it pretty close like I am here, but I wasn't able to get anywhere near this kind of bend in that particular arm, because it was an interesting thing. It was like the NECA figure, one arm, his right arm, has the big double bend action, so you can go crazy with that, but then the left one, not quite as much articulation, maybe just to kind of cut back on visible joints, I'm not sure, but I wasn't able to get him to put his hand up to his face like this. But this does look cool, and I'm going to take a few pictures before I change this back to 78 again. Make sure I get a nice bunch of photos, and just to share on the gram and stuff, but that right there looks awesome. And this is pretty cool. We've got 3 different scales. You've got quarter scale, 1/4, 1/6 scale, about 12 inches tall. He's about 12.5, and maybe about 13 inches. He's tall, that one. And then over here you got the 7-inch NECA, but he's been repainted. All the coveralls have been repainted. The head's been repainted, including the cop head in his hand there. Kind of sculpted over the joints in the legs to get rid of that nappy look. So that's how he's looking. And over here we got the custom 2018 1/6 scale Myers. And John Pearson took care of these pumpkins. That's him on Facebook, John Pearson. He makes pumpkins. But yeah, there you go. I think that looks cool, man. So you got the Tennille's coveralls, and obviously they're plastic. So yeah, that's how they look, all 3. That's pretty sweet. That's going on the gram right about now. All here, take a picture. But you can tell, man, he just looks a bit long and thin. He still looks, it's just, to my eye, it's nice, it's cool. And that would do, you know, you can find the right pose. I think maybe, the thing is, you see how that's there? I'm sure you can remove that. But that's the thing that's stopping the head from going down as far as I'd like it to. It goes on far enough, because you still want to be able to see a little bit of his skin tone there on the neck. But I think it should go down to get it looking a bit better. You'd want it to go down a little bit further onto the neck there, but like I said, because of the, you know, joint there or whatever you want to call it, it's kind of preventing it. Just wanted to show you these two head sculpts side by side. Now one is by a company and one is completely custom, although I have customized this one now myself by repainting it and, you know, just paint really. And this one over here is actually completely made from scratch by an artist. Well, it's been modified a little bit now. The original whole head sculpt was by One's Customs, and I had it re-haired by Yondu. So it's had a bit of a messing around with, and I actually went in and painted kind of like a dark grey around the eyes because they were just jumping out at me a little bit too much, and I wanted them to have that appearance of just two black holes in the mask. But then when you know, in the daylight like now, you can actually see the eyes are there. But at night time, when the light is coming from above, it looks exactly the way you'd imagine it to look, with just those two black holes, like just a great white shark. Just awesome stuff. But there is the 1978 here on the left and the 2018 on the right. So that's you know, 40 years ago. Or is it 41 years now? I don't know. We're getting time's flying, but there you go. Two very cool head sculpts. Obviously, like I said, one completely custom made, and this one is made by a company. But I mean, they did a great job with this NECA. They did a really good job, and obviously this is awesome. Alright folks, that's the end of the video. Like it if you can, helps the video reach more people. Subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications and all the uploads and you don't miss out on any of the goodies. Check me out on YouTube and Instagram at DKnight333. You can click the link underneath the video and become one of my patrons for $1 a month, and that way you'll get your name on the credits of every video just like a movie. Alright, thanks for watching. See you soon. This looks awesome, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. I've gone and done it again.